what inspired The Prince of New York was actually reading Mario Puzo's The Godfather. I had seen the film countless times, but finally read the novel that it was adapted from about 20 years after I bought it. I was actually going through a pretty tough time in my life. I was grieving the end of a 6 year relationship, and truly was the most profound grief I had experienced. Uh, the darkest pain I had ever really been in. So, as a storyteller, as an artist, what do? You try to channel your pain into your work, into your art. So this was a way for me to escape and put that pain down on paper, I guess, lack of a better term. And it's kind of interesting to me because it's also almost like a book ends on that relationship because uh, my first novel, my debut, The 49 Indian, which won a lot of awards and people seem to really connect with it, was inspired by the beginning of that relationship. And so this book was, written at the after the relationship. So, but it mostly was just wanting to explore an angle of mob storytelling that I felt hasn't really been fully explored. You know, uh, the love between two men that exist in this world, that operate in this world of crime and violence and carnage. So hopefully it's everything anyone that loves mob stories will enjoy, but also, with a different heart, a different angle. So the Prince of New York is definitely different than what you're used to in the sense that it's a love story between two men, and not just any two men, but two men that exist in this world. One who is very high up, very powerful. It's not something I've ever seen explored in mafia storytelling, and I'm a mob junkie. I mean, the Goodfellas, The Godfather, seen them countless times. Two of my most favorite films ever, and my most favorite series of all time is HBO's The Sopranos. I've watched it 3 times, top to bottom. I'm sure I'll watch it again. So it's different in the sense of it's a love story wrapped in the world where you're not used to seeing this type of love story. But like life in general, these stories exist, these people exist in all walks of life, in all environments. And I like to jokingly say that a quick pitch for this book is it's Goodfellas, The Godfather, and The Sopranos meets Brokeback Mountain. So The Prince of New York definitely is both intimate and violent, and I feel that's sort of a interesting metaphor for love itself, because I think any of us that have truly been in love understands that there's a dichotomy of feelings. The old saying that there's a fine line between love and hate. It's very true because both are extreme feelings. And you'll see in this story that the mixture of love and hatred these two men have for each other, the world that they exist in, and their identity um, is full of violence and intimacy. So I love the exploration of things that are so different and opposite, but yet very much the same.